I haven't touched the layout for, which is now 3 days, so has really dried and has shrunk even more. So the little dam caps I put on, that did work for 1, 2, 3. It worked for 3 areas. The water is definitely below the level of that. So that means it does shrink quite a bit. Enough to pour each one again. I'm going to use this stuff again today and try to make it so that these little dam things are a little higher, so I can pour a second layer on this one. I'm not sure about that one, but definitely this one and this one. I have to look close at that one. And then this section here where it leaked out, I have to fix that leak so I can pour at least once or twice. Okay, guys and gals, I have to put in another, or extend the dam just a little bit bigger here for another pour. Actually, hey everyone, how are you doing? It's been over 24 hours of taking the water wave stuff here, and I created the dams much higher, actually way higher than additional 1/8. So over here we're good to pour another one there. This whole section where the waterfall is going to be, I actually just used the water waves to create the waterfall in this area. It's very hard to tell because it's translucent, but it's in there, and there's a lot of it in there. But because it's going to be rapid, all I'm going to do is paint. I'm going to end up doing a dry brush, or this is like a lot of rapids with that white frothy stuff. It's like I said, it's really hard to see on camera, but you can see that there is some like little white spots or something. Well, that's the light reflecting off of. Good afternoon, everyone. It's been 24 hours since I poured the second layer here. This one's actually 1.5 layers, and there, very slight cloudiness to the areas, though they look a lot better cured than the first time I did it. I see very slight cloudiness in this top layer, very slight, and this layer that leaked out the first time, so only like a half a layer, so it's like at 1.5. That's almost clear. I say almost. It's a little cloudiness right at the front here and by some of the rocks, just very slightly. And then this one down here, it looks pretty good. There's a little cloudiness again around the rock. Good afternoon, everyone. It has been 46 hours now since I've done these waterfalls, and they're starting to look pretty good. But if you look really close, there is still some whiteness So these waterfalls, number one, took 4 days to dry. But when you peel them off, okay, so this is like one of them. It's not very clear. What happens is that wax paper sticks to the back of them. They look pretty crappy. I decided to try one on a different non-stick surface. So over here, I poured one on some glass. Glass is pretty non-stick. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, so that's what it looked like on the paper after it dried 4 days. And then when it comes off of that, I'm not sure, but you can see on there it's got the paper. The paper peels off to the back of it. I took a tray like this and I filled it up with water, just a little bit, and I dunked these things in the tray of water, and I just took my fingers and went like this. And this extra stuff that's stuck to it from the wax paper comes off. And it is crystal clear. So I know it's really hard to see no matter how I try to show it to you. But it is crystal clear now. So when I first got it off, I mean, this one looked horrible. There were big white splotches. And the splotches were because the wax paper. So I'll show you like here. So, as you can see, so it looks like when you peel it off. And see how much paper is on the back of that? It's not crystal clear. Well, to get this other stuff off of there, you have to dunk it in the water, and then take your finger and get it so that this stuff comes to crystal clear. And then, so these two here, I have yet to do it with, so you can see how clear it is. So this is without it. You can see how it's got like white and stuff because the wax paper stuck to it. And this one here is crystal clear because I put in water and all I did was do like this, and that extra residue of wax paper that's on the back will come off. Hey everyone, so I just peeled off that first waterfall that I put on the glass, and I gotta say it came out crystal clear. So doing the wave and waterfall type things on the glass, it doesn't stick at all and it works. And so I put this waterfall, the little tiny waterfall that I had on the glass, I did on the top. So it's right here, it's stuck on there, and it's stuck all the way underneath that branch. And you can see that I have a little bit of current going up through here. It's already started drying. So I used the water effects to make a current too. And I used all that stuff to attach it. So once all that's dry, I can go in and add like the white to make it look frothy and all that kind of stuff. But I still have to attach the waterfall to the edge of this one going down. I didn't really like how the waterfall for this particular section turned out, so I'm probably going to redo this one. But all the other sections for waterfalls look pretty good. It's taken quite a few days, but this stuff doesn't dry overnight. That's the problem. Okay, so I'm guessing that's going to be another 24 hours before that's dry or something goofy like that. Hey everyone, so this is, I've been weathering the concrete roads, and I've been putting down some of this chalk that I got. So this is the sooty black, and I just put a little shavings in a cup like this, and I've been applying it with a Q-tip. And just getting it in there and making the road a little bit more dirty. You know, this area here is going to be roughly coal and oil, so I'm going to try to get it more dirty than that, probably even. Here is where you can see where there's no dirt on it, and that's because that coal tower is going to be there, so roughly don't need it all up in here. But I'm going to continue to keep adding, doing some weathering and whatnot of the roads, of the concrete. Have several other areas around the town that need to get a little bit more dirtier not this dirty. The rest of the stuff will get just slightly dirty. And I'm still waiting for all the water and stuff to dry. It's taking forever. That water product seems to take 4 or 5 days to completely dry and cure and get the cloudiness out of it. And the waterfall material takes even longer. So I didn't think the water stuff would take this long, and I'm still working on it. So it's definitely going to take probably another week or two. I don't know for sure exactly how long. The only thing I can do is pour the stuff or apply the stuff the way it says to, and then I have to wait for it to dry. There's nothing I can do while I'm waiting for it to dry other than work on some other areas of the layout. Weathering Trucks, and it's by, what the name of the company is, Builders in Scale Fine Craft Models. They're out of Washington. And it's just like chalk, like you would get like artist chalk. And it comes with a little brush. And the colors it includes is light gray, medium gray, dark gray, sooty black, dark brown, red oxide, light rust, and dark rust. Now you can go to art supply store and pick up chalks too that do the same thing. The thing is, you have to get sets that have, to get these colors, you have to get a set that has like 30 or 40 different chalks, and that'll cost you like, you know, near $20. Well, this thing was $6, and include a little brush with it. So, and I'm getting just the colors that I need. So I thought this is definitely worth it. You can see the chalks are pretty good size. They're going to last you a pretty good long time, depending on how much weathering you need to do. Which